Welcome back everyone, you're watching the training week from March 2nd where the weekly focus was more lay Koudinov's, my favorite skill in the world right now, trip dub from that tumble track, and longer sequences on P-bar and high bar. We're pretty much shooting for full routines on P-bar, and you're going to see a paid Bowman giant Makuts on P-bar in a sequence at the end of the week. Actually, Saturday was massive. I did 6 connected skills on high bar and got closer to full routine on P-bar. So, biggest highlight of the week was by far this one. Pikey, straighty, mostly pikey, but definitely not piked fully, Gaylord. And the fact that I can lock arm giant out of that skill, fam, it has to signify that somewhat of a giant from that right there must be possible. Unfortunately, we're still at a dry spell, no catches. Haven't had my second catch just yet, and after this week I am taking it light. So I really wanted to get one, but I couldn't make it happen for y'all. So light week the following week, and then we're gonna pick up the slack and get right back into it. So end of the week, like I said, was massive. On the Tuesday, you're gonna see me try and get through my middle section on high bar, and I haven't been catching Coleman's in quite a while. It hasn't been the priority, but more of a maintenance skill. So I'm trying to do my best to switch that up and get it back into the repertoire. Now, if I do use Coleman, it will be so far in the routine. I don't actually know if I'll be able to pull off a routine of that sort of a difficulty, but might as well train it, because the more you train, when you're training hard stuff, you take one skill out and the routine becomes a little bit less overwhelming. Not the greatest day for P-bar dismounts there. So after I went to the clinic in Wellington the other week, I did some demonstrations there, and it turns out I've tweaked my biceps tendon. I thought it was the same injury as before that I tweaked. Somehow it's the biceps. So I was really careful on Monday, didn't do any stoop halves or upper arm on P-bar. And then on Tuesday I thought I'd do a stoop half, because at that moment I didn't know that it was my biceps. And yeah, wrong choice. I'm kind of stuffed right now. And it's gonna be, I have no idea. That was a nice dub. I got no idea how long it's gonna take for this biceps to feel better, and to be honest, I have no idea how bad it is. But fam, mid-air decision, 3.5 twister, first time in my life doing double back 3.5. It was, it didn't make me too happy, because there was no proper spot in the full. Then it wasn't like a double out, spot the floor half. It was just kind of feel the full and full send twist to get the 3.5 around. Plus it was a mid-air decision. It wasn't something I was going for as I was standing on the end of the tumble track. Still cool, and I'm happy I did it, but pretty much meaningless, because it was one of those sporadic mid-air decisions. Quad twisting double, fam. But no, first got to get things under control in the trip dub. First, I just want to be able to spot the full crystal clearly, like I do the full, in the same way approach the triple double, and then we can talk about increasing the twisting. Gotta say, giant Diami quite under control these days. The feet are good, the finishing position is good, right in a handstand, so I hope I can keep that up. World clips of the week this week is an interesting one. We're gonna do it, fam. We're gonna see a one arm quast, initiating the quast from one arm and catching in one arm, by Zoltan Supola in 1996. That's right, so I stuck 2 P-bar dismounts today. Because I knew this was gonna be my last hard week, my biceps was cooked, fam, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna need to take a week off. So I did 2 attempts at this P-bar set. without the upper arm part at the start, without the Honma. And this one, I may have actually gotten all the way through. The peach wasn't as clean as the first set. But this routine with a proper Bowman and the Honma at the start, 15.4. And like I said the other week, 15.4, I'm happy. I'm happy with 15.4. And it can just be a 15.1. We can always just do a regular giant instead of the giant Makutes. But damn fam, 15.5 with that dismount. Let's go. Now we are building up to Oceania and Commonwealth Games, and something that happens, fam, that cooked me. That cooked the bicep. It hurt so bad. I don't know why the heck I continued going. You can see that I'm not pulling quite as hard for the giant out, but that cooked me. So send me a prayer. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and I'm done doing cold demonstrations. I was just doing quasts and Rebelcos on the trampoline, but I wasn't warmed up at all, so just got to be really careful outside of my training how I'm demonstrating. But fam, Gaylord 2 getting more consistent from the top change. It's going to be a while now till I can practice it from the stoop half, but at least we're getting some reps in. And a nice little spot in the Coleman. So where was I? 5-4 P-bar, 5-4 P-bar, 5-5 with the stick. Did that sequence twice. That's right. So on Thursday, Team New Zealand came to film some content, because every time it's a Commonwealth year, all the sports that we get some extra coverage, and even sports that aren't so popular in New Zealand, like gymnastics, we get some love. So big shout out to NZ team. And the reason I mention is because I had to do some interviews. We spent some time just chatting, and and then I thought, okay, well, I have to do some sort of a demonstration for them on my favorite piece. And after all the talking, fam, it was difficult. Might have been the sore bicep as well, but I was like, man, my dismount's like I'm cranking it hard, but they weren't feeling too great. And I was explaining to them, yeah, the knees, every single time I'm looking at my iPad after my turn, checking my knees, and they're pretty intrigued. And I thought, man, I gotta get a release for them, but I couldn't even catch a tuck Gaylord 2. And it goes to show that if you're taken out of your zone, if you lose a bit of focus, even skills that are usually quite consistent can get thrown off. So I was definitely thrown off. Looks like I haven't mastered the bar just yet, fam. Let's be honest, I haven't mastered anything. I catch 1 out of 10 releases. But there you can see Ash. Ash was doing a bit more filming after high bar. So that was Thursday, bit of a light one. Cranked it back up on Friday. Comment time. Timothy Hawkin, what's up, Tim? Says you gotta get some tips from the 14-year-olds at my gym about the full twisting double back from P-bar. Tim, there's no way I'm gonna get any better, and it's hopeless. And then Royal Dunkers says, man, I missed it. Should have kept the comments on longer, but I remember more or less. Royal said, would it be easier to twist a bit later in the straight-ish Koudinov? Technically, it would be more efficient, but the problem is, even as I am, I barely have enough time to see the bar at all. And let's face it, I don't really see the bar 99% of my turns. So for me, if I twist later, it'll mean literally like I'm finishing the twist and the bar's already there to catch, giving you no time. I need every split second that I can get to see if I can get a feel, understand where the bar is. So I'm already initiating the twist kind of as late as possible. And if you slow it down, you'll see. I was really trying to catch this one. You can tell because of that leg separation there. It means I freaked out because I thought I was close. But you can see that there's just no time for me to actually get a grasp of where the heck the bar actually is. Yeah. But yeah, double back full on P-bar, Tim. I'm sorry, no hope. Keep losing this mic, fam. You could get the man himself, Hiroyuki Kato, giving me the secrets, and I'm pretty confident I'll still land head first into the foam pit. Though, yeah, put in the comments, Tim, what the actual advice from the 14-year-olds is, and I'll try it out. We'll give it a film, and we could discuss it in the next one. Though those P-bar dismounts, you know, it's putting my arms behind my body like that. So yeah, I don't know how long until I'm back doing that stuff. Oh, that was a whammy on the thumbs. Smash those thumbs into the bar. But fam, another 2 in one day. That was a bit of a rugged catch again. And here I decided to really commit to that Coleman. So this is the middle chunk. This is the middle chunk of the routine. Oh, actually, I went all the way through to the end. So 6 skills, fam. So that's the whole routine minus the first 2 skills. You know, whatever release I choose to do at the start, and the stoop half. For a total of 8. So actually, this is the majority of the routine. But of course, that full twister takes so much juice that if I use it, the rest will be like exponentially more difficult. And here's where we got a paid Bowman. Paid Bowman. I'm pretty sure it's paid. It couldn't have been more than a second pause on a single bar. Warming up. So I don't know if I'm gonna make a video next week. I've been just chilling. You know, I've been taking just complete full days off. I really want to get my biceps and my shoulder a bit more recovered. I pushed the boundaries. We got as close as possible to routines. We even went over the bar again. I think this is the paid Bowman, but you tell me what you think. So yeah, did a lot of gymnastics and taking it light this week. So might not even make a video for the next week. You know what I could do instead? I could put out the level 1 through 6 high bar routines. So I'll let you be the judge of that. I reckon that's a paid Bowman. Had to tuck it up because the catch was quite crooked, but surely that's paid. Gave the old finger a stub there, but we were alright. So, a bit messy in the legs, push, and yeah, that had to have been less than a second, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not, what are the rules? Is it 1 second or 2 seconds? Just gotta not break my finger next time. So, world clips of the week. Zoltan Supola. This was 1996 all-around finals. Here we go. Ready for this? This is so cool. How do you do that from one arm? And check out the casual, when he goes down after catching the quast from one arm, you'll see he does this casual shift to the right just to even himself out for the Genya. Man is a master. Easy triple, tucks underneath. So watch this. He catches and then he shifts. Boom, quick shift right there. Straight into the Genya. Man, this one, I want to try this one, fam. Crazy. Okay. Thanks for watching, all the best. Till next time, this mic came off like 5 times today. Later.